Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve Rakin here over at the Rakin Profit YouTube channel. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Amazon FBA, give some beginners advice. So maybe you're selling on eBay right now, or you're flipping some things on Facebook Marketplace, or maybe you've had a couple garage sales, you're making some money reselling, or maybe you're wanting to get into it, you're hearing Amazon, you're hearing Amazon FBA. You're hearing this word buzzing, this platform buzzing, and you're thinking about starting Amazon. Well, I want to give you some advice for getting started. This is going to be a short video, clear, concise, straight to the point, and hopefully it can give you some, good tips and pointers to decide if this is right for you and some advice moving forward. I've been selling on Amazon FBA for over 6 years. I've been selling on eBay for like over 7 years. I've taught my mother over 6 years ago. She's now 65, how to sell on Amazon. She's full-time. I've made hundreds of videos about it. So I think I could share some really good insight and tips and insights that could just overall help you. So first thing I want to say right now when it comes to selling on Amazon, if you're coming from the eBay world, is it's stricter. It's more strict. There's more rules. It's much easier to get kicked off Amazon. It's much easier to get in trouble. It's more challenging. It's more difficult to sell what you want. On eBay, it's more or less like the Wild Wild West. You could pretty much sell what you want, damaged items, missing parts. You could sell lots. You can sell pretty much anything that you want fairly easily by just taking a picture and putting a description. On Amazon, it's much different. First off, Amazon only allows you to sell certain products, and particular products, they need you to get approval. So you'll have to have wholesale invoices, deals with manufacturers, or you might just have to have an older seasoned account, right? Over the last 3-4 years, there's been a lot of popular products from toys to all types of brands, to Sony, to Canon, Nike, Pearson books that have gone restricted and people can't sell them anymore. So just know, if you're coming from the eBay world, there's a lot more rules, there's a lot more restrictions. You can't just simply sell what you want. You have to hop on a listing. So on Amazon, it's a little different. They have listings that are already created. And for the most part, 99% of the time, you're gonna be jumping on or listing under a listing. It's a little difficult to explain, but on eBay, you create your own listings. Sometimes you could duplicate it by selling one like as, but on Amazon, for the most part, you're gonna be piggybacking on other people's listings. You can create your own listings, but it's a little bit more challenging. So just know, if you're not the best at paying attention to detail, if you find yourself not really liking to follow the rules, you like to be somewhat of a nomad, do your own thing, you like to be more creative in the process, have your hands on it, more tangible business model where you could really control a lot of the aspects, eBay is going to be a bit better of an option for you, because Amazon, there are a lot more rules, which is a good thing. Now, I do want to say, if you wanted to scale a business to maybe make $1,000 a month profit, $2,000 a month profit, $3,000 a month profit and beyond, it's going to be much easier if you're willing to follow the rules on Amazon FBA. FBA, what does that stand for? Fulfillment by Amazon. Essentially what you do is you source all the products and then you ship them out to the fulfillment centers, right? FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. You send them out to these warehouses, and what happens is Amazon stores the products for you. Preceding that, you're gonna put in the listing price, what it's selling for, the condition, all that good stuff. But when it sells, Amazon will fulfill the product for you. Now, there's a couple benefits to that. One, that free 1 to 2 day shipping, and you got that Prime logo on it. So people like to buy from Amazon FBA, from the fulfillment centers, because people think they're buying from Amazon, even though third-party sellers such as you and I are providing the products for Amazon to then sell to the consumer. You could also get more money on Amazon FBA versus being a merchant or even on eBay. So keep a couple of those things in mind. If you're gonna start an Amazon business in 2020, please, I beg you, I need you to do a couple things. Number one, download the Amazon Seller app. That's an application on your phone that allows you to open up the barcode scanner and then scan the barcodes. When you scan the barcode, it'll then pull up all of the information. It'll pull up all the information and give you a lot of data about the product. How many it's selling, right? Based on the rank per month or per day. or just in that given time. So there's a sales rank. So that has to do with sales velocity. Sales velocity, it'll tell you the reviews, what's the review count, how many sellers there are, FBA, merchant, it'll give you the price. It'll also break down the profit margins for you after fees, so on and so forth. So you need to get acquainted with the Amazon seller app. So Gothic Princess says, not everybody has a cell phone, sadly. Then I honestly would not get into Amazon FBA. You are at a huge disadvantage if you don't have a cell phone with Amazon. Now there are like little PDAs and different things that you can get, but if you can't afford a cell phone right now in 2020, especially with, I mean, if you can't get your hands on a cell phone right now, I probably wouldn't start a business because you don't have enough money to start a business. At that point, my advice for you would just be hustling, right? Maybe hustling stuff on the free section of Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Start flipping some stuff to save up $300, $400, $500 to get yourself a cell phone. Also, if you're really, really, really resourceful, you could find a way to get a cell phone for free just by posting on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Somebody would help you out if you were hungry enough. So if not having a cell phone is your problem, I probably would just start building up your capital, right? But you need a cell phone. Whether you're on eBay or Amazon, you're at a big disadvantage because you're not going to be able to look things up on the fly. You're going to miss opportunities. And the cell phone is going to provide you with the software to be able to analyze products on the fly. It's going to give you data that otherwise you wouldn't be able to have. So again, on the phone, not only are you going to have the Amazon seller app, but if you want to take it a step further, if you're selling books, then I would definitely look into better applications such as Scout IQ. That's similar to Amazon seller app, but it has many more features. Go to YouTube, type in Rake and Profit Scout IQ. I've got a bunch of videos breaking it down. But just realize, number one, the rules are more strict, but the opportunity is huge. Two, you need an app. You've got to get yourself a cell phone. Is it possible to sell on Amazon FBA without one? It is, but your life's going to be much more difficult. Be resourceful, get creative. If you can't figure out how to get a cell phone in 2020 right now, either one, you're not willing to work hard enough. Two, you need to chill out for a moment and go build up your cash and then get yourself a cell phone. Or three, you're just probably not cut out for this. In 2020, it's so sexy to start a business. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to sell on eBay. Everybody wants to sell on Amazon. This trend is freaking going psycho right now, but not everybody's built out to be an entrepreneur or run their own business. Most people are going to do much better clocking in, clocking out, raising their hand, and, going to their job. You've got to be hungry. You've got to be resourceful. You've got to be willing to get slapped in the face because eBay and Amazon is going to slap you in the face. What do I mean by that? You're going to get a return. You're going to go out sourcing. You're not going to find anything. You're going to invest money, and it's going to take a little bit of time to build that capital back up, right? Especially with an Amazon business in 2020, you're spending money on your phone if you've got to get a phone. You're spending money maybe on software, even though the Amazon seller app is free. You're spending money buying the products. You're spending money shipping it out to the warehouse. You're investing money, and you've got to have one word. It starts with an F. This is so important. What's the one word that everybody has to have that starts with an F? F for friend. What's that one word? Friends are good, positive friends, but another word I'm thinking about, if you want to be successful on eBay or Amazon in 2020, what's the one word? It starts with an F. You've got to have it when you first get started. If you don't have it, you're going to fail. That starts with an F as well. William says focus. Focus is very important. Finances, these are very correct. These are correct. These are very true statements, but I'm thinking of one more thing that we all have to have. If we've never ran a business or just getting started, flexibility. Yes, we do need to be flexible, having fun. It is true. But there's this one thing. You're going to quit. You're going to give up if you don't have this. I'm going to tell you right now, it's faith. You've got to have faith. Yes, you have to have fun. You got to be flexible, but you've got to have faith that, you want to know what? I've studied. I've watched Rake and Profit. I've watched Rockstar Flipper. I've watched Rally Roots. I've invested in a course or a program, or maybe I've watched a bunch of free videos, or I'm in a bunch of, Facebook groups, and I've learned the process of how to source, how to ship items to Amazon. I know how to work Scout IQ in the Amazon seller app. I understand how to read the sales rank. I know what the sales rank means. I've started learning about this thing called Keepa and Keepa Charts. You got to learn Keepa Charts. Type that into YouTube, Keepa, Keepa. Huge. Sales rank's really important. but you got to read a Keepa chart. That's why I love Scout IQ, because Scout IQ uses, I don't know if they use Keepa Charts or they use something similar to it, but essentially a Keepa chart will tell you how many times the item is sold, at least once per day over an extended period of time. So that's so important. You've got to have faith, because if you say to yourself, you know, oh, this isn't going to work, and you're in your head about it, and you know, I failed in the past and I'm not going to be able to make it happen, you're not gonna keep pushing forward, because you're gonna hit some snags and some challenges in this business. Returns, negative feedbacks, you might get suspended. You might buy a bunch of products to sell on Amazon and you ship them in, and then all of a sudden they land in stranded inventory. What the hell's stranded inventory? Well, stranded inventory is when a product hits the warehouse and for some reason Amazon says you can't sell this anymore. Maybe it's damaged, maybe you got restricted or gated, maybe there's an issue, some type of issue. There's a couple reasons why it could end up in stranded inventory, but you're gonna say, crap, now what do I do? Now you gotta spend more money to destroy it or get it sent back to you. You're gonna hit challenges and snags, so you've gotta have faith. So let me give you some more advice for starting an Amazon business in 2020. Realize that category and rank are gonna be very important when, how do I say this? The rank is gonna be different per category. So if you're scanning items on the Amazon seller app and you see a 10,000 rank in books, you're gonna be like, wow, that's amazing, that's awesome. And that's true. A 10,000 rank in books is incredible. That book is snapping, it's flipping, it's moving. That's great. You wanna find products that have a market. But a 10,000 rank in video games, right? All these different product categories have a different category on Amazon. So books is the books category, video games is the video game category. Like household items is gonna be under home, the home category. Screwdrivers and tools and that type of equipment's gonna be under, tools. You know, maybe umpire equipment or hockey gear, it's gonna be under sports. These categories have ranks that are associated based on the size of the category. So if you look up Amazon FBA rank chart, look it up on Google. I know Reezy Resells had posted one recently. Watch Me Amazon on Instagram had posted some charts recently. Find yourself a chart to get acquainted with the ranks. Because rank, what does rank mean? I scanned this product, right? It's my little water bottle. This doesn't have a barcode, but if I scanned it, right, maybe it has an 8,000 rank, right? That's gonna be different, an 8,000 rank in health and personal care versus an 8,000 rank in video games. You've gotta get acquainted with it. So looking at Keepa Charts and getting yourself one of those charts to get a feel for, you know, the boundaries of what you should be dealing with is gonna be important. Lori's asking, on Amazon, is a high rank better than low? So for example, with books, a 10,000 rank book is gonna sell a lot faster than a 100,000 rank book. And usually ranks go up to, you know, I've seen ranks up to 10 or 20 million. In general, when you're getting started, name a category. Name a category you guys are interested in, and I can give you some ideas of what ranks to stay within. I'm not an expert with all of these categories. In some categories, I might be like, I don't even know. But with books in general, I like to stay under a couple million. The sweet spot's gonna be under $1 million. 1 to 3 million, still solid, but you've gotta make sure that that book has a high enough E-score, which essentially is telling you how many times that book is selling at least once a day per month. Video games, I like to stay typically under 10,000. Under 5,000 is my sweet spot with video games. Yeah, everybody's asking about video games. Books, yeah, so under books, the sweet spot's definitely under $1 million. Hot selling is, you know, under 100,000. 100 to 500,000 rank in books is definitely solid. Health and beauty, I'm not 100% sure about health and beauty. Maybe someone could help me out. Some of the categories I don't do a ton in health and beauty. DVDs, I like to stay under 100,000. I will go up to 200, 300, 400,000 in DVDs, but it has to have a lot of reviews. But under 100,000 is my sweet spot. William says 40K in beauty. What about selling products from Alibaba, good or bad? I don't have a ton of experience doing that on Amazon. I do have experience flipping items from Alibaba using Shopify. So drop shipping, getting your products in front of people by targeting them with Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google display ads. But I don't have experience with Alibaba stuff on Amazon, but I know there's people doing it. So yeah, Keepa Charts, really important. study Keepa Charts. You wanna get familiar with Keepa. I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks a month. Maybe at first you don't need it, but down the road you definitely want to invest in it. Understand that rank and category are going to differ. Learn everything you can about things such as the rank, right? The rank. Learn about what the rank means. Learn about the ranks in the different categories. Rank is so freaking important. Also learn a lot about risk and reward in terms of the selling velocity. So for example, like a book that is maybe like a 3 million rank that's only making $3 profit, I'm not going to pick it up because the risk and reward is it's too far away from one another. I want to have lower risk and high reward. And if I do have a high risk, then I want a high reward. So if the item has it's fast turning, it's quick selling, there's a ton of reviews, the rank is really good. I'm looking on the Keepa Charts, the E-score is really, it's moving. I'm willing to take less of an ROI because I know I'm going to get my money back. And cash flow is the name of the game. Cash flow. You need to have your money turning and burning so you can keep reinvesting in it. And it's like a snowball that just compiles and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. If a product's only going to yield maybe a small return, maybe $3, $4, $5, $6, right? Or a 15 or 20% return on investment versus 50 or 60%. I'm going to want to make sure that, if it's a lower ROI, that it's an easier flip, right? If it's a super easy flip, I'm willing to take less money if that makes any sense. So Amazon's great in 2020. What business model should you start? Should you start just flipping items from thrift stores and garage sales and pawn shops and auctions onto Amazon? Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to go about it. Just keep in mind that it's a little more challenging nowadays to get started on Amazon because there's a lot of things that are restricted. You're going to get gated off. If you have only a couple $100s, you can definitely start an Amazon business, and I would recommend it. I would start looking into books. I would start looking into video games. You're most likely going to be restricted in CDs and DVDs. I'm like 100% sure you're probably going to be restricted in that. But you'll be able to sell most books. You'll be able to sell a lot of board games, even though a lot of board games are becoming restricted now. You'll be able to sell a lot of video games. You probably won't be able to sell much clothing. You'll probably be able to sell a decent amount of electronics. So going through the electronics section, especially new in the package, depending on the brand, you should be able to sell a lot of the electronics. But be careful with electronics. You don't want to fall into the eBay trap of just, not testing stuff and just putting like a little basic description, because it's not going to take many negative feedbacks when you first get started to get kicked off Amazon. It's not the same as eBay. Am I scaring you purposely? Yes, but there's reason behind it because I see a lot of people getting suspended, getting kicked off. You also have to be a bit careful. On Amazon, it's almost like Russian roulette in a sense. And again, this is more like fear that I'm putting out there, but it's justified. This isn't going to happen to everybody, but it's almost Russian roulette. You guys know what Russian roulette is, right? You got 7 bullets that it holds. You put one in and you're just clicking to see if you're going to die or not. Super messed up scenario I'm putting out there and building a pretty graphic picture. But on Amazon, your business kind of has a gun to it, and it's Russian roulette when you're first getting started because you could sell these products that it says you can sell, and then all of a sudden, like Disney, for example, you might be able to sell Disney products. You sell it, and now Disney puts like an intellectual property claim or a trademark, whatever it's called. They'll just hit your account with a claim, and you get suspended. So this has happened to friends of mine who are new, friends who have even scaled and had seasoned accounts. And then there's people like myself who have sold hundreds of thousands of, I've sold hundreds of thousands of Disney items over 2019. I sold a couple thousand Disney products. I had a really big pickup when I was on the road, made a lot of money. A friend of mine got suspended because of it. My buddy Robert, who should be at the Connecticut Thrifting Meetup. If you're there, you could ask him about it. So it's kind of luck of the draw on Amazon, but there's definitely a good opportunity. But thrifting, auctions, garage sales, probably the best way to get started. If you're looking for a business model that isn't going to take so much time, the problem with like basic thrifting, garage sales to eBay and Amazon and stuff like that is if you're working a full-time job, it's a little tough to scale because you got to put in 20, 30, 40 hours a week to get that thing going. I guess that parallels with a lot of other models as well. But with thrifting, it's consistent. Like you're always having to put in that time because you always have to go find the stuff. Really popular business model now on Amazon is wholesale. So there's a lot of people that I know, friends of mine, colleagues, associates, who are doing really, really well with wholesale on Amazon. And I'm gonna have some more videos coming soon, probably over the next couple months, talking about wholesale. And if you look up Rake and Profit Wholesale, I've got probably 20, 30, 40 videos on it that you can learn about. Another business model is private label on Amazon, which is essentially finding products that are hot selling and then sourcing from China or internationally and buying generic products and branding it yourself. This is a lot more work, takes a lot more capital with wholesale and private label, but the scalability and the potential long-term to build a brand, build a real business that you can even outsource parts of it to. And I even see, Amazon moving more towards the wholesale and private label arena, just because Amazon doesn't love, I believe they do love working with third-party sellers, but they don't love, like, they're getting a lot of heat from these brands because there's a lot of people like third-party sellers such as us. There's a couple bad apples that are screwing everything up for everyone, and they're selling fakes and counterfeits. And Amazon's so big now that when a whole bunch of fake Sonys hit the market from third-party sellers because someone's importing a bunch of fakes and counterfeits, like, the heat goes on to Amazon because Sony's like, what the heck's going on? You've got people selling on your platform all these fakes, and now Amazon has to do all this stuff, and sometimes they have to gate off brands because of it. So nowadays, Amazon really wants to see you having invoices. They want to see that you're a business. I just think this trend is going to continue moving towards that direction. So I know I'm missing a lot of comments. I just want to get this information out here because I think this could really help and save a lot of people's time and stress and give you a better idea of the truth behind Amazon. I think it's amazing. I think you should start. I think there's a great opportunity. I love how you can outsource so much of it to the Amazon FBA fulfillment centers. Just know there's risks involved, and it's not as easy and clear cut as a lot of these gurus and Facebook ads that hits you on your news feed are portraying it as, right? They're not lying about the opportunity. It's just, it's work, and you got to treat it like a business, right? So unfortunately, there's a lot of people out here, and I've been there before, where we just think that, a certain business is going to just be so easy and we're going to become a millionaire and everything, and it's just not the case. But you can be. It just depends on your mindset. So with that being said, keep on picking and making that money. Much love. Appreciate you all. I hope you have an amazing day. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button down below. Also, if you're in the New England area, January 16th, this Thursday, we're having a Connecticut thrifting meetup. We're going to hit 5 thrift stores. We're going out to dinner. Mr. Exquisite's going to be there. What's up? Great to see you. Pumped up. What's your name, by the way, so I remember you? But yeah, January 16th, this Thursday, Connecticut. We're starting off in Newington, Connecticut. Go to the Facebook group, Connecticut Thrifting Meetup Group. Join it. It's 100% free. There's nothing for sale. This is just a way for myself to give back. Thrift School is going to be there. He's always there, man. I'm so pumped. Like, I always get worried that Thrift School is not going to go, because I honestly feel like if Thrift School didn't go, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same because his energy is contagious. He's always willing to help people. And when it comes to the nightlife, man, after dinner, I can tell you for a fact it ain't the same without Thrift School. So, Jesse, I'm so freaking pumped that you're coming. I know Kristen's going to be there as well. My buddy Robert's going to be there. I think Vinny might be there as well. Vinny who's helped me with a lot of the toy videos and the toy guides. Mama Profit's going to be there. Connecticut Thrifting Meetup Group. Type that into Facebook in the search bar. Join it. Jessica says she'll be there one day. Lisa says, wish I was closer. Vinny the toy guru, who he really is. He's so smart with toys, though. It's crazy. He really is a guru. Like, he's freaking insane with the toys. Mother Deal says, I wish I would be there. Wish I could be there. One day, I'll be having some Miami meetup groups soon. Miami meetups soon, because I'm moving from Connecticut. I'm leaving in 14 days. So in 14 days, I'm out. I've got my rental properties all situated with a property manager. I've got the eBay warehouse all situated. Someone helping me out with that. Selling everything off, selling my car, keeping my truck, and I'm freaking out. I'm out. So much love, much respect to you all. Hope you have an amazing day. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Show some love, because I know it's not about getting views. I don't make a ton of money on these views. They get a couple thousand views. I might be lucky to make $20 on it. It's not about the money. It's about helping people. It really is. And this video, I know for a fact, it covered a lot of beginner stuff that you might know, but there's a lot of beginners who don't know this stuff. And they're gonna start this Amazon business, they're gonna get kicked off, they're gonna get suspended, they're not gonna understand the difference between rank and the categories, and they're gonna think it's like eBay when it's not. Please like the video, share it for the people out there who you can help. Okay, so much love, much respect, appreciate you all. Keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.